Hey, what's going on, sports cards fans? Ray from Philly here, and it is Tuesday night, November 4th. And just like the title says down below, big announcement. As you guys know, back in 2018, Mike Moynihan, baseball collector, started the YouTuber Hall of Fame. And Mike ran with that for 4 years, highly successful event that happens across the community. And he took it out. He did it from, again, 2018 to 2021. And then in 2022, uh, Jake from Legends Never Die took it over in 2022 and has had it the last 4 years. And I'm joined with myself here and Brad of Brad 8671 and Scott Scotty Tradition. And we're welcoming the YouTuber commissioner president from the last 4 years, uh, Jake Legends Never Die, who's going to have an announcement here for us. And Jake, welcome aboard and take it away. What's your announcement?
Thanks, Ray.
Yeah, no problem.
My announcement is my 4-year term is up. uh, I am turning over the guardianship, the custodianship, the responsibility to the community for the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame to 3 other guys you see on this screen. They were handpicked by me, and just like when Mike turned this over to me, he extended me this courtesy, and I want to do the same to you guys. That I fully support you guys, whatever you decide to do, but it's now yours. I have no say, no influence. Whatever you guys decide is what it is, and I completely give up control of that to y'all. I know you'll do a great job. I was happy when you guys said yes, you're my first choice, and you guys accepted it. So thank you for doing so and taking it on for the rest of the community.
Well, thank you. We really appreciate it, Jake. And, you know, like we said, it started with Mike. It was an awesome idea, took off. It was a great idea. You've taken it over, and we've been talking about this for weeks, myself, Brad, and Scott, that there was a lot of great improvements with this. And like with anything, it starts off, it's tough to figure out how to do this the right way to make everybody happy. And we feel that you definitely improved this tremendously. And we're honored to take this over, and we hope that we can hold the flame as well as you and Mike did over the past 8 years. And I'm going to hand the ball over now to my partners, Brad 8671 and Scott Scotty Tradition, who are just going to go over a couple things here, and then we'll just talk about it. And yeah, welcome aboard, guys. Brad, Scott.
Go ahead, Scott. You can start.
So yeah, we've met a little bit already, and I think that there's some interesting changes that, especially one big change that we like to see going forward, and generally keeping the same template that Jake has had throughout this. I think he did a tremendous job, and so we're gonna talk about it over the next 2 months or so. We'll probably have it around the same time in January, February again, when it usually takes place. So stay tuned for that, and we'll have a close announcement video closer to that time. But I think we just want to continue the tradition of everything. I've watched all of these YouTube Hall of Fame segments since the last 8 years. I've watched every one of them, and I followed very closely with Jake over the last several years, and so I'm familiar with how the voting works and how many ballots to expect and all the kind of the little nuances of that. So I feel like I have been exposed to it in that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just really looking forward to the opportunity, because although it can be negative for some people maybe, but I do think it's overwhelmingly positive, like 99% of people, and that's why I personally have agreed to do this, is because I think that good is way worth more than the little bit of animosity that comes along with it. I mean, I know when I was named to the YouTube Hall of Fame back a few years back, like just to have that many people acknowledge that like you made a difference in their day, like that's a big deal. Like
Yeah.
that's actually real life stuff that can help people along the way. So and everybody will get their opportunity to vote if you're eligible. And that's just kind of my way of giving back to the whole thing in general.
Right. Right. Yeah, well said. And that's the whole concept of it when Mike created this was, to give some channels out there, the acknowledgement that they deserve. And, it wasn't for any specific agendas. There was no agenda. Trust me, there was no agenda involved in any of this. It's a fun event. Same thing when I do with all the sports car Hall of Fames. It's a fun event. There's no, there's no room or toleration for any nonsense or shenanigans. This is a fun thing to do. And the idea and the concept from Mike and then Jake advancing it further is to just, help out other channels, get acknowledgement that they deserve and they would like to have. Everybody likes to get acknowledged, for the work that they do in this community. And it's a great community. And you said it well, Scott. There's more good, they're 99% for sure. I totally agree with you on that. Brad, what's
All
up?
right. So the biggest complaint pretty much that Jake probably gets is, well, what about the people that started, when YouTube started?
Way back.
Obviously, as time goes, you get recency bias. Same thing
Right.
happens in any Hall of Fame. The new guys come up. Those are the ones that get in. The old people get forgotten about, right?
Yep.
So the one change we're going to make this year is we're going to have a separate ballot of people who started December 31st of 2015 or before making sports card content. This includes TTMers, even business type channels. There's a few of those on there. And the best part is I did the work for you. I have a list. I'll have Ray post it in there. Pretty much anyone that's eligible. All right. I did the work for you with links, their channel name in alphabetical order. And what you're going to do is you're going to choose 5, and the top 3 are going to get in. So also, we'll do an example like Eastern Connecticut Sports Cards. He deleted some of his early videos. So it'll show he started after 2015. But I know for a fact.
Right. Me too. I can vouch for that. Definitely.
Okay.
Yep.
So guys like that, there's a few guys like that. Greg Thomas, Hurd,
right.
There's multiple guys like that. They are on this ballot because I can confirm for a fact that they were around pre that time.
Right.
However, if you've deleted all your stuff and have no sports card content, you are not on the list. Because I know some people who deleted everything that would be definitely Hall of Fame worthy. You can't be on the. How am I going to tell someone to vote for you that you don't have any content? What's the point of that, right?
Right.
So I'll have Ray share the link, and I'll share the link on all my channel. Every time I make a vid, let you know about it. But that's basically the only difference. So you still have your vote for 10, 5 get in for pretty much anything after 2015. And then we have a separate one where you vote for 5 and 3 get in pre-2016.
Right.
So it's that simple. That way the old's not forgotten about. And a lot of these people are still around too, by the way.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm hoping you can mix the two. Because like when we go to the National every year, like me and Scott, there's people been around 5 years and we still don't know each other.
That's true.
It's like, and I'm pretty, mixed with all sides. So it's like, yeah, there's no reason not to know each other, So I'm hoping this also kind of helps bring the old and new together that are still around. And we can still appreciate the ones that came and started this whole thing before.
Absolutely.
So like I said, I did the work for you. You can look off that list. Now it's over 100 names on the list. So I thought about, do I condense it down to make it easier for everyone to check out the channels? The problem is, how am I going to choose the 20, 25 names people are going to choose? Then it feels like I'm pushing one way or the other. I want you guys to decide.
Right.
So all I did, basically give you everyone that's eligible that could be Hall of Fame worthy. Anyone you're going to vote for is on that list.
Right. It's up to you, the viewers. It's up to YouTubers out there. It's in your court. And those changes that you were mentioning, those were changes from Jake, which I said in the beginning. The changes Jake made were phenomenal. It really improved it a lot to lower the amount to 5 because you keep having 10 getting in every year. Next thing you know, in 8 years, you have like a lot of channels in there that it should be like the regular Hall of Fame. It should be a little tough, to get in. So, and there was a lot of changes that Jake did that we're going to continue because they were good. They were good for the community and good for this Hall of Fame. So, yeah,
And one more thing to it
sure,
is that time frame will never move.
right,
So it's
right.
always going to be pre 2016 every year we do this.
Good point. Yeah, I'm glad you
So
said that.
it's not a moving thing where it's going to be 2017, next 2018. It's always
Right.
going to be pre 2016. So
Right.
you're guaranteed 3 of those people are getting in every year.
Right. And that was my first question to you when we met a couple weeks ago. Is this going to be like the next year, 17, 18? You said no, which makes a lot of sense to me. So,
And like I said, you aren't running out of names.
no, there's a lot. And that was some of the things that I was hearing, recently was about, well, what about this channel? I never even know no offense, I didn't know who. I'm on 10 years and there was people on way before me that I didn't know, so
Mhm.
it wasn't purposely to disregard anybody. It was just, there's so many channels out there that not everybody's going to know who they are.
Right.
So this is an attempt to try our best to acknowledge those OG channels from 2012 and 10 and 9 and 8. So yeah, we'll try and, help that out as well, which was, like Brad said, that was probably the biggest thing, I guess, recently. But, anybody else have anything else they want to add to this? Jake, again, man, thank you so much. And I really like the changes. Like I said, the past few years, it needed it. So kudos to you, man, for keeping this going.
Well, you guys are already doing great. And like Brad said, the main thing is like, at least as far as like what I think that Mike created it for. And I know the spirit of why I did it was I wanted it to be a bridge amongst people for the community and bring people together.
And that's the whole point.
I think you guys will do that and continue that.
Well said. And, again, thanks to Mike who created this, and thanks to Jake for extending this and improving it. We'll try our best. And anybody else have any last minute things to say? And, more details to follow. We were talking before we went on in the next couple months, the time frame as to when it starts. Scott?
I think just one quick thing is I think we're going to
Sure.
keep with the same things that Jake had as far as like 1 year
Yep.
eligible to vote. We'll
Yep.
be doing video ballots because we think
Yep.
that's important to actually make a video,
Okay.
and at least 3 years to actually be nominated to be into the, to be voted for into the Hall of Fame.
Great. I love that change. I love that idea that when Jake created that, I was like, yeah, man, definitely. I like that. Yeah. So, okay. So the 2026 YouTuber Hall of Fame will be us three, myself, Brad, and Scott, taking this over. And again, thank you, Jake, immensely for thinking of us and doing a great job past 4 years. And thanks again to Mike Moynihan. And like I always say, guys, have fun with this hobby. It's a hobby, and have fun with it. So until then, you'll have more details coming out over the next few weeks, couple months, and stay tuned for that. Take care, guys. We'll see you real soon.
Thanks, guys.